This video introduces WebFOCUS Infographics. An infographic is a great way to convey complex metrics and ideas using compelling visual techniques. To build a WebFOCUS infographic, we integrate the Infographic creation tool that features thousands of customizable infographic templates and design objects into the WebFOCUS BI and Analytics platform. Using InfoAssist, you can populate your visuals with corporate data sources and adopt key elements that are specific to different users. Finally, once your infographic is complete, you can use WebFOCUS scheduling tools to distribute your message across different users. There are 4 steps to creating a WebFOCUS infographic: creating an outline, building an infographic, adding data in WebFOCUS, and sharing your infographic. The first step in creating your infographic is to outline the information that you want to share. Collect any resources that support your infographic story, and be sure to understand the data that you intend to showcase. The next step is to create your infographic template. To do this, you must register for a WebFOCUS Infographics account. From the WebFOCUS homepage, click the User menu, point to Tools, and then click WebFOCUS Infographics. This launches the WebFOCUS creation tool powered by Easily, where you can sign in using your WebFOCUS Infographics ID and password. Once in the creation tool, you have many tools at your disposal to create an infographic. For example, you can select an existing template and adapt it to fit your needs. Build an infographic from a blank template. Add objects, icons, and images. Add media, such as stock photos and videos. Customize the background. Draw lines and arrows. Add text components. Upload images and icons. Add charts. Notice that the chart options include a WebFOCUS chart placeholder that you can use to build a WebFOCUS chart in InfoAssist. Every time you place an object on the canvas, you'll see the placement guidelines that help you position the object. You can also display a grid for additional aid as you format your infographic. As you develop your infographic, decide which elements you want to replace with data in WebFOCUS and add WebFOCUS tags to these elements. The tag names appear in the InfoAssist query pane as components, such as charts or reports in the compound document. The more descriptive the tags, the easier it is to identify components and connect your data to those components in InfoAssist. You can add WebFOCUS tags to text, images, icons, or charts. Once your infographic is complete, it's time to export it to WebFOCUS. Click Download, then click Export to WebFOCUS. The infographic is now saved on your machine in a WebFOCUS-friendly format, .ely. After creating your template, you can upload your infographic file to the WebFOCUS homepage. Right-click it and point to New Infographic. Here you have 2 options. You can open your infographic from a reporting object. Use this option to ensure that all data preparation steps, such as filters and where expressions, are pre-configured in a reporting object and then applied to all elements of the infographic automatically. You can open your infographic from a master file. Use this option to configure all data preparation elements directly in your infographic template. In InfoAssist, customize your infographic with WebFOCUS data. Notice that the WebFOCUS tagged objects on the canvas correspond to the components in the query pane. For example, here we have the region image selected. It is shown as a report component in the query pane, with sum and coordinated field containers that can accept data values. Notice the coordinated field container inside each of the components. These are useful when you want to differentiate data elements between different groups and audiences. You can also customize text components and images to alternate based on the same coordinated field. WebFOCUS and Easily chart components can be built to populate any chart placeholders with data that is relevant to your infographic. Both Easily charts and WebFOCUS charts have corresponding field containers in the query pane. Finally, run your infographic to preview it before bursting. Notice that the 4 versions of the infographic run to show data and customized components relevant for each of the regions in our example. Save your infographic and exit InfoAssist. The final step in creating WebFOCUS infographics is sharing your infographic with other users. You can do this by publishing it or sharing it with specific users and groups in the repository. You can also create an email blast and distribute your infographic across different groups of stakeholders. To distribute your infographic by email or burst it to members of your organization, right-click the infographic, point to Schedule, and then click Email. In the Reportcaster scheduling tool, configure the Distribution tab to specify the addresses and the time for your email. In the Recurrence tab, specify the date and time that you want to distribute your infographic. If you want to burst your infographic to a distribution list, you must have access to an existing list or create a new one. You must also define a coordinated value in the infographic procedure you create in InfoAssist. In the Task tab, enter an execution ID and password for the reporting server. Also select the Burst Report checkbox if you want to burst your infographic. Save your schedule. The schedule is added to the repository. To learn more, visit the WebFOCUS 8205 knowledge base, where you can search all technical topics and videos.